go. All right, we are recording. Welcome everybody to Tuesday Torture. Looking forward to this workout tonight. We are ready to rock and roll. Starting with our warm-up, let's march in place to establish this tempo. You're gonna need, again, your bench, your weights, your mat, and your elastic resistance. All right. Forward and back with the chest press. And again. Good. We'll do 2 more sets like that. And then move on to some lateral movement. So right here, step touch. Good. 4 more. Nice. Now you're going to travel. So 2 steps, step touch. 2 steps, step touch. And again, 2 steps, step touch. 2 steps, step touch. Chest fly. Lateral raise. Chest fly. Lateral raise. And again. We're going to get fancy. Here we go. Chest fly, lateral raise. You're going to just turn a quarter turn for the step touch. This is going to get you used to that turning when we get on the bench and go around the world. And again. Good. 2 more sets. Chest fly, lateral raise. Chest fly, lateral raise. Chest fly. Finishing it out. Hip hinge. And up. Knees stay soft. Buttocks go long. Push them back. Weight in your heels, but stick the entire foot tripod. As you go down, look at your toes. Toes are parallel, feet are straight. Get a couple more. Nice long, lengthened spine. Good. Now reach up. Walk it out to a plank. Hold your plank. Walk it back. Stretch into the hamstrings. Reach all the way up. Repeat. Toe touch to a plank. Hold the plank. Walk it back. Stretch those hamstrings. Bring it up. And repeat. 2 more sets. Over you go. Out you go. Stick the grip. Secure plank. Not letting the glutes sag. Not dumping through the middle. All the way up. Last rep. Here we go. Touch toe. Getting that great stretch through that posterior chain. Steady through the plank. Pull up the abs. Use the glutes. Walk it back. Pick it up. Grab your bench, everybody. First station around the world. Setting my timer. Make sure, once you've got your bench in position, that you are locked in place. Secure your footing. Here we go. Around the world, the clock is running. Good. We'll be leaving the bench, which will hasten our transition time. So using all 4 corners of the bench. Keep it going. Just warm it up. Getting that heart rate up. Increasing the circulation to the peripheral. Keep it up. Single digits. And right there, hold it right there. Nice job, everybody. So, kickstand deadlift. Grab your weights. If you like, you can set them on the end of your bench. I'm going to stand at the end of my bench, so I will be profiled. There's no need for you to be. I'm going to kick 1 foot behind me, knees parallel. I'm going to bend over, hinging at the hip, just like I did in my warm-up. Adjust my weights, bring them close to my body, come all the way up. Good. So we'll be keeping our kickstand on one side. Progressing, of course, to our single leg deadlift. Just barely light the toes of the back foot on the floor. Feel how much work that is for your stance leg. Again, the buttocks go back, abdominals stay fastened up. And brace. There it is already. Holy cow, that was a minute. All right, bench press is next, guys, followed by bent over row. So remember, for our bench, we want neutral spine. Feet are on the floor. 8-inch bench is perfect for me for this. Any higher, and I've probably arched my back. So now we're going to press all the way up, full extension, weights right over the chest. Pull the elbows down till they are slightly below the bench. Feet, knees, and hips are parallel. Abdominal muscles are braced. This will cause the back inner unit to brace as well. We're going to breathe out as we push through the movement, and then inhale as we go into our stretch. So exhale on the push, inhale on the eccentric contraction. This would be the shortening phase, the concentric contraction, and the lengthening phase, the eccentric contraction. Looking good, gang. Keep pushing. There it is. Okay, so both weights now in one hand. And I got all tangled up in my transmitter here. Coming up for bent over row. Clock is running. Great. 1 foot up on the bench, 1 foot off. Here we go. Support with your hand on your top thigh, the front thigh. Pull and down. Now you'll notice that when I come down, and I'll face the camera, I want you to notice that my shoulders stay square. I don't dump into that arm. That would be twisting or rotating the spine and probably end up in a world of hurt. So I'm going to keep those shoulders pretty square, pack the shoulder girdle, and pull from there. We've got 17 seconds left. And again, remember what side worked. I'm working my entire right side. I started with my right leg on that single leg deadlift or kickstand deadlift, and right side on my row. So next round, I'll work on the left. There it is. All right. Trading in the weights for your mat. Quick transition, the clock is running. McGill curl up. So with the McGill curl up, one leg bent, one leg straight. Arms across the chest. If you want, make a fist with one hand. Place it under your chin. Feet, knees, and hips are parallel. From here, take a deep breath in. Brace the abs. Exhale, come straight up. Looking into the corner of the room. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. If you like, you can switch hands. Come up. Crunching into, or actually not really crunching, coming straight up. Trying to get up off that bra strap. Keep going. We're running over a minute here. I want to finish this 10-second count. Great. Flip over. We're going into our plank. Setting it up with the knees right underneath the hips, the hands right underneath the shoulders. Bring the arms down, rotate palms down. Brace the abs, contract the glutes, extend one leg and then the other. Hold your plank. We have only 17 seconds. Holding. Hold your plank. We got started a little late. Oh, there we go. Okay. We're good. We're good. So the glutes are really contracted here. Kneecaps are pulling up. Abs are pulling up. Just a few more seconds. And we're done. Okay, child's pose. We'll be progressing that into a saw. All right, grab your bands. So trading in the mats now for our band. Again, quick transition to minimize our rest time. All right. Pulling a band apart and up. Keep going. Small camera adjustment here. So you do not have a headless instructor. They're pulling it apart. So elbows are straight. You want to choke up on the band so you've got some good tension, and then pull it apart. Good. Nice square stance if you like. If you have a tendency to arch your back, you might want to try staggered stance. I'll offer that option to you. You want to think about keeping your wrists straight. You'll notice that my hand, my fists, stay straight. A lot of people make the mistake of cocking their wrist. You don't want to do that. We don't want to pinch any of those nerves in those skinny little tunnels that your wrist creates. Reverse fly. Great job. Reverse lunge is next. So for the reverse lunge, we're going to start up on our bench. You're going to be taking a giant step off your bench. Balance will be an issue. Work one side, come back up. Down you go. Again, get your balance. You want a giant step. You want a nice straight back hip. You want a nice angle on that front knee. So it's going to be a big step back. Get your balance. Again, you want the knee stacked over the ankle. Good. Come up. We won't be doing a 10 of these. We got to take them slow. We may get 5 or 6 in this minute. We want to open up that hip. Abs are braced. Chest is lifted. We have one more. This is the bottom of your first round. Great. Moving the mat out of the way so there are no trip hazards. I would encourage you to do the same. We're at the top of round 2, starting with around the world. So remember, turn step to over the top. You may want to check your bench. Make sure that you're locked in. Great. Keep going. In a few seconds, we are going to switch directions. Switch. Don't say I didn't warn you. We're doing great. 10 seconds to go. Liking the propulsion, girls. Way to ramp it up. There it is. All right. So kickstand deadlift next. Single leg. Remember to work the opposite side. Again, I'm going to set up on the end of my bench. Creating my kickstand. Getting my balance. Making sure my knees are parallel, my feet are square. Grab my weights, adjust them to my body, come up. The hip hinge, remember, comes directly from the hip, not the spine. You keep the shoulder girdle packed, the spine line long. Slight chin tilt to protect the cervical curve. Brace the abdominals to protect the lordotic or the lumbar curve. Good, keep going. So the butt goes back, the weights go down, and you pull them back up. You want to come all the way up at the top, getting that full hip extension. Great job. Bench press followed by bent over row, gang. Setting it up quickly. Feet, knees, and hips parallel. Slight stretch through the chest, just a slight depression below the bench with the elbows. Full extension with the elbows to full flexion at the elbows. Now, only you can feel the moderate stretch to activate greater pec fibers as we go through this bench. You do not want to arch your back here. We want neutral spine. We're not Olympic lifters. We're not lifting that ton of weight. So we don't need to arch our back or bring our chest closer to the weight or the bar. Okay, keep going. Nice and controlled. Again, right over the chest, never over the face. Remember, on the bent over row, you'll also be working the opposite side. So be thinking about what side that is. And without further ado, we're on to the bent over row. We're going to get good support, hip hinge, and again, a square shoulder. We're going to pull up, release down. Pull up, release down. Abs are always braced, even though we've got that support with our hand on our thigh. We're always going to stay fixed through the abs, activating that transversus abdominis. That will help activate some deep muscles within your back, provided everything is working well. Keep going. I forgot to put my phone in airplane mode. Keep going. Bent over row. Great exercise for the back of your shoulder. Great exercise for posture. Awesome. Moving right along now. Trading out the weights back for the mat for the McGill curl up. One leg bent, one leg straight. Try to remember which one you did last time. One hand under the chin, other hand across the chest. Brace, neutral spine. Come straight up, hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Switch hands if you like. Come straight up. 10, 9, 8, 7. You want to be sure you're not hunching your shoulders. 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Switch hands if you like. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rolling over for plank. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips, knees hip width apart. Come down onto your forearms, palms are flat. Extend one leg, extend the other. Plank and hold. All right, gang. We're going to be combining this with our saw. So get ready to point and flex through the ankles fully. Point like you're standing up on your tiptoes. Flex like you're pushing your heels down into the floor. Feel that great calf stretch. Point and flex. Now, when you do this, you're going to try and keep the buttocks in line with the rest of the trunk. Therein lies your challenge. Point and flex. Get a couple more. This is great for stability, making that plank a little dynamic here. There it is. All right. Reverse fly and reverse lunge. Trading the mat out now for the band. And then finally back on the bench. Nice choke, elbows straight, pull it apart, bring it back together. Pull it apart, bring it back together. Pull. Great. Good. Yeah. Great. You want some good resistance on this? This is a great exercise for the back of your shoulders, which tends to be, generally speaking, the weakest part of your shoulder. You'll feel it also in the top of your shoulder. That's just because that's working just to hold your arm up. So keep going. Remember to breathe, especially when the going gets tough. Exhale and breathe. Great. Reverse lunge off the bench, guys. Again, working on the opposite side. Remember, it's a giant step back. Here we go. Get your balance. Open up through that back hip. Draw in your abs. Shoulders are square. Come back up. Let's go. You heard, man. Good. Front knee over the front ankle. All is good. All is good in the world. All is good with the knees. All is good with the joints. Good. Get that back knee low to the ground. Feel that stretch through that hip and quad. Great. Watch that knee flexion. You may want to back off, push back just a little bit. If you find you flexed a little too deeply, you can always just adjust by adjusting your center of gravity back. Down you go. And up. Almost there, gang. We are almost done round 2. And there it is. All right. Round 3. Starting with our cardio around the world. Switching halfway through. Whenever you're ready, if you want to speed this up or slow it down, you do what feels right for you. We'll be following this up with our single leg deadlift. We will be working both legs, so we will minimize the transition time. Be thinking about that. You want your weights right handy. Good. Switch directions. Wherever you're at, whether you're turning or going over the top. Really utilizing all 4 corners, maximizing this environment here to move our mass through space. Nice. There it is. Grab your weights. Quick change on the deadlift. Set it up quick. Hip hinge, brace, and lift. And lower. Actually, go at your own pace, but make sure when you look down, your knees are parallel. You've got just the tips of your toes back there, giving you barely any support at all. I want you to feel this on your stance leg. I want you to feel the entire tripod of the foot on your stance leg. I want you to feel for any listing or any other cues for imbalance. Oh, switch legs. We don't have a lot of time here. About 16 seconds. If we run over our minute, we're going to run over our minute. Keep going, keep going. My buzzer's buzzing, but we're going to get this last rep in. There it is. Okay, bench press. Go, go, go. Third set. We're going to vary our resistance. We're going to push up on 1, lower on 3, 2, 1. Push. 3, 2, 1. Push. 3, 2, 1. So power on the shortening phase. Time under tension on the lengthening phase. And push. 3, 2, 1. And push. just by changing the tempo on either part of the contraction can initiate enough of change to stimulate your muscle fibers differently, even though you may be using the same amount of weight. And I would encourage you to go heavy. You could probably do 10 pounds, maybe 12 for a whole minute, maybe even 15 if you're feeling really strong. There it is. Up you go, gang. Bend over, row, quick, one side and then the other. Set it up square. I'll tell you when to switch. The shoulders are square. Think about pulling the weight back toward your hip. And again, keeping those shoulders broad. Feeling that stretch through the chest on that way up. Switch sides. Make sure you got a good grip. Set yourself up with a strong base of support. And pull. I always want to say, ladies, start your engines. Great postural exercise. Like picking up anything off the floor. Highly functional activity. There it is. There's buzzing away, switching out for the mat, gang. McGill, followed by plank, saw. Quick on the transition, minimizing our rest time. Here we go. Come up 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Try not to curl your shoulders. Try to make it come from your gut. And down. Lengthen, neutral spine. Switch hands if you like. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch legs. Neutral spine. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Get right up off that bra strap and down. Here we go. One. Oh, no, that's it. That's it. Flip over. I thought we had time for one more, but we did not. All right, flipping over now for our plank. Coming into our saw. So I'm losing my belt here. Here we go. Square it off. Quadruped. Low plank, hold. Begin your saw with either the calf stretch or the toe plantar flexion, dorsiflexion. Tiptoes, toe lift. Tiptoes, toe lift. If you travel, just adjust your feet. But feel that stretch when you press back into those heels. Keep the hips down. Keep those hips down. Almost there. Hang on. This is such a great exercise. I love plank variations, especially if they're going to be for a whole minute. Oh, there it is. 2, 1. Child's pose. Rest back. Hold that stretch. This will feel good through the lumbar spine. I hope you feel good. You made it through 3 sets of 8 different exercises. We kept the cardiovascular exercise at a minimum today. Maximized our strength work. All right. So from your child's pose now, come up onto all fours and separate your knees. Hands right underneath the shoulders. We're going to exhale, and as we do, we're going to draw the lower back up, and we're going to sink the tailbone down. Hold that stretch. Relax back to neutral spine only, bracing and drawing up the abs. And again, take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, drawing up the lower back first. That is our intention. We're going to try not to arch the upper back, right? We don't want to dump into the upper back. We actually want to curl that pelvis under, controlling the pelvic position with our abdominal and back muscles. Go ahead and relax back to neutral spine. Pick up your hands and come into a half kneeling or proposal position with the foot kicked ahead of your knee. Position the pelvis to the posterior. By that I mean draw the abdominals in and curl that pelvis underneath, right? Curl that tailbone right under you and then come forward. Do not let that pelvis become untucked. Maintain your tuck, hold that stretch, opening up that back hip flexor. Straighten your front foot, relax your front leg rather, and relax your foot. Bring your hands on either side of your knee if you can. Again, abs in and up, and push your hips back. You'll feel a pretty good stretch through the hamstrings on that front leg. If this causes any discomfort in your back knee, just come up, come further forward, and stretch. Great. Bring that leg back, come into your half kneeling position, kick your foot forward. Again, tuck the abs, tuck the pelvis. You're probably already feeling a stretch there. Go ahead and bring the center of gravity forward if that suits you. If not, if you've got enough of a stretch going on already, no worry. Great. We're going to add to this. We're going to add a chest stretch with this, or a little bit of an anterior deltoid stretch. We're going to make sure we do not rubberneck. So chin goes back, chest stays broad. Not going to hunch our shoulders, right? We're going to keep it steady on the scapula there. Great. We're going to shift our weight back. Hands on either side to stretch into those hamstrings. Abdominals pull in, glutes go back, just like your deadlift. Hinging at that hip. Hold that lovely stretch. Hold and hold and hold. Great. Coming up, pec stretch, butterfly. From the side, chin goes back. Head actively presses into the hands as the hands actively press into the head. Giving us tension to open up the pecs right here. Yeah. Great. Out and around. Thank you very much, gang. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Hopefully see you in Pilates next. Let's pray for a good recording. I'll go ahead and log off now. Great job, everyone. Great job.